Hi guys, to help my friends, I'm going to record a video of myself making a heart. This is easy. It's honestly, if you know how to make it, it shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. And then after that, you learn the basics of folding origami and like the easiest folds I've known. So first off, you're going to make a square if you have a normal piece of paper, which probably most of you have unless you bought the origami paper, which then you already have your square. So for this part, you can just fold the line and then grab a pair of scissors to make it cleaner. I personally like to work with my hands and avoid using scissors in general. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in this, sort of like a diamond. The best thing is if the corners are sharp, not like a little bit off. I don't like that. It's not fun. And then you're going to fold this in half. So now it should have 6 lines like this. Here's your first one. This is the main one. You're going to be cutting that, or you're going to be ripping it in half. Again, I like to rip it in half. So you're going to do this. Now you pick one side, maybe the one with the better folds, up to you. I'm going to choose this one because it has nicer folds. And already we should have these lines right here. These lines will help us to make our later folds. So first we're going to take the corner that we already have with this line, and we're going to fold it like this. So on one side, there should be an X, like this. In the second one, we do the same thing. Fold an X, as such. And now we have 2 X's on this. Originally, I thought the frog fold was easy enough to learn, but I guess for some people it's not as easy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simplify it. I'm gonna show both sides, so there are both ways you can make a frog fold. The first one, you're going to do this. You're going to grab the sides and you're gonna push in. And then now this part, you should hold this down. Then you're going to take your index fingers and you're going to flatten the top like this. You flatten it and you push it down. Over here, there's a little square. You're going to squish that. Sorry for my camera, it's not that good. Or the second way, which is the way that I help my friends. I have sharpened my desk now. Watch. I'm going to flip it around. And the X right here, there's a little dot right here that will be your folding line. We're going to grab this, we're going to take this tip, and we're going to do that. So now you have it folded in half. If you do this strategy, or this way I should say, for both sides, what's going to happen is you're going to have it like this, and you're going to fold it in like that, so it becomes like this, like a little book. Now, since I already have that squash fold, let's look right there. Squash fold, frog fold, a lot of names for it. Now we have lines here, and I will also draw this out so people can see it. Let's do that here. Alrighty. So now we have this. What's going to happen is these two, we're going to pop this up. And these two, this should guide us into the fold, and we should be able to press it down like that. So now it looks like this from your side. Then you're going to put this down, and there you go. So this is the next step. So afterwards, after we have this diamond, you should be able to over here it should have this, over here it should have this. It should look like this now. Basically, if you open it, it goes back to its original position. We're going to fold one side of it, off like this into a diamond. Let's make this easier. I'm gonna hold this. I'm gonna show you on this side now. Watch. Let me fold it up. So now it should look like this. If I want to make it easier for me, let's do this. Let's do this. So there's a clear distinction between here. And then if you open it, it goes back to its original triangle. Then we're going to pull this part. And we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to fold a diamond. Right there. So now, we have a diamond. 2 diamonds on 2 sides. Like that. You can fold it. It should look like this. Alright. Next, we're going to do the exact same thing. A squash fold. You're going to pick this up right here.
Yes.
And we're going to open this pocket up. This pocket. And we're going to squish it down. Like this. So now we should have a little square right here. The square right here. You can see it. You should be able to. And we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Now if you want to see it a little more close, I'm going to do it slowly, a little more slowly. What we're going to do is we're going to open the pocket first. And then I'm going to hold my finger against the back. This little, the line right here. And I'm going to slowly push it down. So it should look like this. As I push it down like that. And that's your squash fold. And I'm going to do it to the last side again. Open the pocket up. Then squish it down as such. Right there. So now we should have something that looks like this. Now the most basic thing is we're going to make the last part to make it look like a heart. What we're going to do is we're going to grab one side. Or I'm going to draw lines for this. So it's a little more easier to see. So we already have our squares, like this. What we're going to do now is we're going to grab, we're going to grab one side of the diamond, of the square, and we're going to put it like that. And then, again, we're going to grab one side of a diamond, and we're going to fold it in, so it looks like this. It's not even perfect for mine. Like this. So it should look like a little kite now. Easy enough. I'm going to show it again one more time. On this side. We should be able to do this on all 4 sides. We're going to grab this. I'm going to squish it against the line. So now we have a kite. Half a kite right now. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. And there we go. A kite. Should be able to see it like this. Awesome. So I'm gonna do the other 2 sides now a little more faster. Again, you're gonna make all the squares into kites, and you're gonna repeat it for all 4 squares. Now, to make your heart, what we're gonna do is we should now have something that looks like this. And in the middle, before we make our final fold, we're going to have this very clear, distinct line right here. What we're going to, it should look like this. It should stand upright like this. How should I say, vertical. It should stand vertical like this. What we're going to do is we're going to grab this side, and we're going to fold it back. I'm going to do it again, and then on this side instead. So what's going to happen is this, where there's like this vertical line. I'm going to grab this, and we're going to fold it backwards. Should automatically look like this, a little pocket right there. And that's a heart. If you want to make it look a little more detailed, what we're going to do is we're going to open the kites again. This is only if you want more detail. This is not necessary. What we're going to do is we're going to grab the kite, and again, squash folds. We're going to open this, let's see. We're gonna open the kite even more. Now we're gonna squash it. So now it folds a little more in. I'm gonna show it again. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open this little pocket right here. So you see this? We're gonna squash it down. So should look like this. Right there. This right here. And that right there. Sorry the heart is so messy. It's honestly a lot easier to do when you're not teaching it or like showing distinct lines. I'm gonna do one more after this with the other half that I have, just to show how fast and easy it is, because it's honestly not difficult. I'm recording this under 15 minutes. It took 10 minutes to teach how to do this with the lines and all that. So once you get used to it, it's honestly one of the easiest ones I've ever done. So we're going to do that. Squash this part. And then the final 4 sides. And this part like that. If you don't have the nails for it, for instance, like I don't right now because I cut my nails recently, what you can do is you can, after you get the kite, you can get a pencil or a pen. You can open it like that. Since it's a little more harder to open, you just squash it down. Same thing. And then you have a little more decorated heart like that. So I'm going to show it one more time, but I'm going to go a little faster. Okay, basically, so we're going to do this. We're going to have an X. And then we're going to fold on both sides. And then we're going to do the squash fold. Like that. And I'll show it on the other side. So what's going to happen is we're going to do this. Fold it as such. And then down. So it looks like this now. It does not have to be perfect. Trust me on that. So next what we're going to do is we're going to make the little diamonds. Or this, yeah, we're going to make the diamonds. On both sides again. So now it looks like this. Right? We're going to open it, and we're going to do a squash fold. Again, you're just going to stick your finger through it, so it opens a little pocket, and then push down. So it looks like a square now. And then you're going to do that to all 4 sides. So I can do this last part. Yep, squash fold on all 4 sides. Now we have squares. What we're going to do now is we're going to fold kites onto the squares by grabbing each side right there. And we're going to do this. Such. So we have little kites now. And then we're going to fold it on all 4 sides, or all 4 of the squares that we have. And 4 kites. And then after that, we're going to have the long vertical line. Going to make sure that's how it's facing. And then we're going to grab the back. And then we're going to fold it down. I'm not going to do little decorating things, just the additional decorated kites. Actually, I can if I want to, but I take too much time on it. So while I'm doing them, I'll just say, so this is how you make a heart. And show this. This is the exact same thing, just with the little decorations. You don't have to include the decorations. I just like doing it because it makes it look more fancy. And that's basically how you make an origami heart. I made this for my friends because they need a video, where they're hoping that they don't need one, but just in case, security, they're having a video alongside their origami project. So I'm glad to have recorded this, and thank you very much. Ta-da! Under 5 minutes. Perfect art. Bye!